the set of interview question for EY. So I'm going to start with the question. First question: difference between wide and narrow transformation in Spark. So simply I told wide transformation involve data shuffling across partition like group by example group by key reduce by key. Narrow transformation only require data from one partition uh, like map and filter, and I will create a detailed video in upcoming days. So after that, what will be happen when you perform the anti-join in a Spark? So use left anti-join to find row in the left data frame that does not have a match in the right data frame. For example, suppose I have a two table that contain the student fee student record, and second table contain the student fee record. So suppose the student who is working with the who is reading in the college, so those I want to list of those student who has doesn't submitted the fee of the current month. So I will use left anti join. I will get the record from that from the left table after applying to the left anti-join on there. Another question: what is the semi-join in a Spark? So a semi-join return all rows from the left data frame that have a match in the right data frame without duplicating column from the right table. So suppose I want to I told you another one example which the student who have not paid the uh, who has not paid the fee. Same way I can get the detail of those student who has paid the amount who has paid their fees in college. So I will apply the semi join on there. Is a semi join on there. Another question: type of anti-joins. The main type in Spark is the left anti-join, which exclude rows with matching keys in the right data frame on there based on the key. And then fifth number question, they have difference between cache and checkpoint in Spark. Cache is simply store data in the memory. Checkpoint save data in reliable storage like HDFS or fault tolerance on there. So suppose if I'm going to apply cache, so it is a fault tolerance, we can recover anything. But checkpoint, when going to create a checkpoint and storing their data in the different locations, the lineage activity has been lost. So lineage activity not going to lost in the checkpoint cache, but in checkpoint it is going to loss on there. Another question they have asked: purpose of DAG in a Spark. Purpose of DAG in a Spark. So a directed DAG is stand for directed acyclic graph. So that represent the sequence of computation and help optimize execution by the ordering operation on there. Then another question here is a speculative execution in Spark. So this means it reduce struggler by launching duplicate task. The faster task completes other are cancelled. So suppose you have launched 10 tasks. You have a 10 worker and 10 worker, and you have given assigned the assign the work with a different worker. So you need to your requirement is complete within 1 hour. So you have seen that some of the worker completed the job in a 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and one of the worker is struggling to complete the things. So you think there may be some issue with that worker. What is the thing? Suppose any worker in your home, he has got a issue with the legs and any other hand. So what you will think, if you want to complete the as earliest, you can assign that task to a different worker who has completed their task as fastest. So that way you can complete the your job, and you can give the rest to the particular that worker, and ask him do not work on the there. So this is the main brief solution of this question. Another question: data storage when caching in Spark. So data is stored in memory. If insufficient, it is spilled to disk also. on there. So this is the basics thing, and within one line, I'm trying to give the answer, because the last video, last interview question, series for one of the prescriptives took 4 videos long time. So that's why I want to reduce the all things. If you required a detailed answer, so I will create a separate video on top of this. Another question: main components of a Spark architecture. So main component is driver, coordinate task, executor, run task, cluster manager, manage resources. These are the main component of the Spark architecture. I'm not talking about how it is going to work. I'm not talking about that. Another question: uncaching a data frame. You can uncache a data frame using df.unpersist, which remove it from the memory or disk. So whenever you are doing the performing the cache and persist, what happened is there the data, whatever exercise you have done, data going to store in memory only. Then it will block your memory. So if you want to release the memory, you can use the df.unpersist on there. Another question: what is the significance of removing cache data in Spark? So, same thing I told you for previous question: freeing up memory for the other processes, preventing memories bottlenecks on there. Then, simple one word, one line. Then, another question we have: what happen if you forget to uncache data in Spark? How does it affect the performance? So, leaving data. So, what happened? Leaving data cache unnecessary can lead to memory overflow, causing disk spill and degrade performance on there. Then another question: which operator in PySpark can you use to check if two data frame are the same? What is a fast and specific function for this? So you can simply use df1 dot subtract df2 is empty to quickly check if two data frame are identical. So these are the questions which were asked in the second in EY interview, second set of the interview. So I'm dropping now. For that, I will prepare more video on top of that for next upcoming days.